You might be wondering how you can combine running with lifting weights. How can you keep strength and muscle gains that you've worked hard for, whilst also keeping your running mileage high? You might have seen some of my previous videos on this channel, where I talk about diet, training, and setting priorities. But for today's video, I thought it would be more useful to show you exactly how I do this, instead of just telling you. This channel showcases my own journey as a running and general fitness enthusiast. I'm a reformed powerlifter who used to think that running would kill his gains, and whose only cardio was walking between the bench press and the squat rack. However, I still have a passion for lifting weights. I just recognise there's other things I enjoy doing too. So follow me on a day of training and eating, where I show you exactly how I balance these two things. Right, so that's breakfast all made. So I've got some peanut butter on toast here with some banana chopped on top and a few chia seeds. And I've got a very anemic looking coffee from the Nespresso machine. Tastes just like Italy. If you ask my wife, she'll literally tell you that this is one of my habits. That I literally find a meal and I stick to it obsessively until I get bored. And it usually takes like 6 to 12 months before I get bored. I'm not yet bored of this one, so. I basically find that has a really good mix of carbs, protein and fat, and usually keeps me pretty full at least until lunchtime. So perfect for someone who runs and lifts as well. Right, so that's breakfast all wrapped up. Saying that, I am just brewing another cup of tea. So I've got a really busy day ahead of us. This is my little last day in New Zealand. We're travelling to Sydney tomorrow before heading onwards to Southeast Asia. And as a result of that, we've got absolutely loads of stuff that we need to do today. Not least of all, which is selling our car, which we've had a lot of trouble with. And also, I'm trying to fit in a double training day today because we'll be travelling all day tomorrow. So usually on those sorts of days, I like to run first and then do some weightlifting in the afternoon. I'd usually run first thing, probably before breakfast. But because we're trying to sell this car, I thought I'd eat first, go sort that out, and then head for a run late morning. Right, so we managed to sell the car. That was a massive rigmarole. It was a huge stress off our minds. What we kind of failed to realise was that because we've sold our car, we now need to walk all the way home. So it's about 4 k's back. If I was more organised, I probably would have worn my running stuff and ran home, but just getting some more steps in can't hurt. Quick little side note, cool little feature of our Airbnb door.
Unlocked.
So I don't think I mentioned this already, but last week we went on a ski holiday, and for anyone that's ever been skiing before, you don't spend all that much time skiing, but you do spend a lot of time eating food and drinking more wine and beer. So it's not like I'm trying to play catch up this week. I'm just aware that I need to get back into a routine, and that's easier said than done when you're traveling and moving country. I mean, these double workout days, I do them fairly regularly, but today much needed anyway. So Lil and I actually did our long run yesterday. We did this beautiful 10-mile trail run in the hills around Christchurch. So today is just a nice, easy, gentle 5 miles, I think. Just get some miles in for legs, nothing too strenuous, because I'm doing some squats and deadlifts later this evening. Really windy one, but that's 5 miles over and done with. I'll put the numbers somewhere up here. My watch did muck up a bit, so I split it into 2 separate runs. It's about 11:15 now. I think I'll probably have an early lunch.
Unlocked.
Second meal of the day, avocado and eggs on toast. we have a lot of bread left and we're leaving tomorrow, so bread it is again. I don't get all the hate online about eating bread and that bread's unhealthy. Like, bread is one of the staples of my diet. I probably eat it once minimum, up to twice a day, and it's always served me well, so. So just heading to a coffee shop now. Feel severely under-caffeinated after the homeopathic dose of coffee I got in that Nespresso pod earlier. I've got a little bit of editing to do for a YouTube short that's going to come out hopefully tomorrow, and Lou's going to write in her diary, I think.
No, don't say that! On his second coffee of the day. Third. Got the normal.
I did actually have one at the car garage as well, so it's actually my fourth coffee.
Fourth coffee of the day. I could never. I went for a lovely little tropical steely.
It's nice though.
Your teeth.
So I'm back from the cafe now and feeling appropriately caffeinated. So I thought I'd take a minute just to give some context about what I'm doing with this video. I recently uploaded a video explaining how to maintain muscle mass and strength as a runner, and well, it blew up, at least by my standards. So I thought I'd do a follow-up video and actually show you what a day in my life looks like, particularly in regards to how I train and what I eat. But just to summarise for people that missed it, I mentioned that my current focus is mainly on building my running volume and simply maintaining my muscle mass and strength. So with that in mind, I don't really have a strict training plan in place at the moment. I'm just trying to slowly increase the distance that I'm running week to week and sprinkling in a little bit of resistance training here and there so that I'm not going backwards. Up until recently, I've been working as a doctor in New Zealand in a busy emergency department and was having to balance training with shift work. But my contract finished last month, so I now have the good fortune to not have to worry about work, at least for the next few months until we burn through our savings. And in less than that time, I've accumulated millions of subscribers on YouTube and loads of lucrative sponsorship deals. It'll be back to full-time work for me. So on that note, if you're enjoying the video, please drop it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. But even when I was working full-time, I'd still often manage to fit in these double training days where I'd get a run and some form of weightlifting or resistance training in. It just happened to be that I tend to do this on my off days instead of on a working day. So it is possible to run and lift, even with a busy schedule, although I'm not saying that it's easy. And that's me without any children or any other significant responsibilities. And as you've probably seen today, I don't really have a diet as such. I'm just kind of loosely aware of what I burn through my basal metabolic rate and what I'm burning through exercise thanks to my Apple Watch. And I just try and eat enough to match that calorie expenditure so that I'm not gaining or losing weight. I'm currently quite happy where I am with my body weight, sat around 80 to 82 kilograms. I'm able to run 20 plus miles a week whilst also maintaining some semblance of muscle and strength so that I'm not completely embarrassing myself in the gym. And as you've probably seen, I try and get a lot of carbs in each day, as well as a decent amount of protein and fat, and try and stay as far as possible away from ultra processed foods. But that being said, I did go to watch Barbie last night with Lil, and I did tuck away a full pack of Haribo bears. So I'm not perfect. But this video is just showing you what I do to maintain muscle mass and strength as an aspiring runner, and isn't a strict guide for the rest of you to try and follow. Staying fit's complicated, and there's no one-size-fits-all training plan. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way, and we'll crack on with the rest of the video. And it's off to the gym for some squats and deadlifts. Harder than expected?
God, yeah, it was really heavy.
We haven't squatted in ages, to be fair. Nice. really ugly setup here so that me and Lil can share the bar. But I think it'll probably work.
Yeah, it's fine.
So full disclosure, I did miss the last set of my squats. I started to feel my hamstring tighten up a little bit. It's kind of like a recurrent problem that I have, so I thought with the amount of running volume that I'm doing at the moment, there's no need to push it. Squats aren't a big priority of mine. Got 3 sets in and I had some deadlifts to come, so not too worried. And we'll finish it off. With my strong wife. My really random meal for tonight. It's veggie chili, halloumi, bit of yogurt and some avocado. And this is Lil's. She's got the other load of leftovers, which is pasta from last night. So it's currently 7:07. Just finished my 3rd shower of the day. Got a whole evening of packing ahead of us. And I've also not eaten anywhere near enough calories considering how much I've done today. So itinerary for tonight, pack 6 months worth of stuff that we collected in New Zealand, eat a bunch more calories. Selection of evening snacks, got a peeled orange, and in here there's about 150 grams of this super mix, most of which I'll probably eat tonight. Day is all over. Finally got some packing done, made some progress. We'll do the rest in the morning. Famous last words. But thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, please drop it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It really helped me out. And let me know what sort of videos you want me to do next down in the comments below. All right, I'll see you next time.